Autolite and its 60,000 dealers and service stations bring you radio's outstanding theater of thrills with Ray Bradbury's The Screaming Woman, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
I'm Margaret Leary, and I've got to tell you how it all happened. It was Thanksgiving Day, and it was nice and sunshiny, almost like summer, except cooler. Mama was cooking the turkey, and I was watching. Suddenly, Mama said to me,
"Good heavens, I forgot. Your Aunt Cynthia's made some cranberry relish for us. Run over and get it, Margaret, so her feelings aren't hurt. And hurry, this turkey's done to a turn."
So I ran to Aunt Cynthia's house. On the way back, I took a shortcut through Mr. Kelly's lot. It's a big lot, more like the side of a hill that slides down to Monument Creek. It's a swell place to play cowboys and Indians, or explore, or hunting for buried treasure, because trucks dump all kinds of stuff there. Loads of dirt and junk, and even big things like old cars, big pipes, and chunks of concrete. Well, this day, coming back from Aunt Cynthia's, I saw that a lot of new junk and dirt had been dumped there since Saturday. They'd even cover up that big concrete pipe that us kids called our fort. Covered it up completely. I was looking around to see where it used to be, when suddenly, I stopped and listened. The sound was coming up out of the ground.
Help me!
A woman was buried under the junk and dirt and glass, and she was screaming all wild and horrible for somebody to dig her out. I started to run. I fell down and got up and ran some more. Mama!
Margaret?
Mama!
Margaret, haven't I told you not to slam the door? Is that the relish?
Listen, Mama, there's a screaming woman in the lot.
Wash your hands, Margaret.
She was screaming and screaming and screaming. Mama, listen to me. We gotta dig her out. She's buried under tons and tons of dirt.
I'm sure she can wait until after we've eaten. Oh, next year I swear I'm going to buy a bigger platter.
Mama, don't you believe me? You got to believe me.
Margaret, I've got a million things to do. Good gosh, look at you. How did you get your knees so dirty?
From running back from the lot, and I tripped and fell.
Oh, never mind about them now. Scoot and tell your dad we're about to eat. He's in the front room reading his paper.
Yes, Mama. Dad. Oh, Dad, I've got to tell you something.
Oh, getting hungry, sweetheart?
Daddy, there's a screaming woman in the lot.
I never knew a woman who didn't. Smell that turkey.
We gotta get picks and shovels and dig her up, like for an Egyptian mummy.
I don't feel much like playing archaeologist today, Margaret. Can't think of anything but food. Let's have an expedition next Sunday and dig up your screaming woman then.
But we can't wait that long, Dad. She'll die if we don't do it now.
Oh, come here, Margaret. Why, you're shaking.
Daddy, please.
Calm down, sweetheart. Tell you what. After our Thanksgiving dinner, I'll come out and listen to your screaming woman. How's that?
Oh, no, now. Maybe she'll die if you don't come out now. You've got to come now.
Now, Margaret,
if you believe me, you wouldn't wait. You never believe me. Mama doesn't believe me either. Nobody believes me.
Margaret, quiet down right this minute, or you'll get sent to your room without any Thanksgiving dinner. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. It's clear. I always liked Thanksgiving, but that one was awful. Dinner was a million years long, and everybody moved so slow, like a slow-motion movie. Forks and knives and spoons moved slow, and Dad's cheek muscles moved slow when he chewed. So I try to make things go faster.
Margaret, you heard your mother. Don't eat so fast.
But, Daddy, the screaming woman, we gotta hurry.
Young lady, this is Thanksgiving dinner. and it's an occasion we do not rush. I intend to eat 4 or 5 helpings of everything until I can't eat any more. Then I am going to make an extra effort and find room for some pumpkin pie.
Oh, please, please, Daddy.
Now, if you mention her again, this screaming what's-this, I won't go out with you to hear her recital at all. Is that understood?
Yes, sir. It's understood. So, I had to sit still while out there in the lot, with the sun shining down, all alone with nobody to hear her or to help her, was a screaming woman. I could hear her screaming in my mind.
Margaret, help!
Mama and Dad couldn't hear her. They just kept on eating and talking.
Well, now that I can be thankful for a full stomach, I guess we should consider what other things we have to be thankful for,
Well, for one, we're all healthy.
That's true. And I'm thankful for our daughter. Right, Margaret?
Sure, Dad.
Uh-huh. And I'm thankful for my loving wife, who is still the most romantic woman I know.
Oh, silly.
And I'm thankful that I didn't do something dumb like marry somebody else.
You could have married somebody else. Helen Nesbitt.
Oh, we would have never gotten married. Sure, Helen was my first love, but we were just kids. When she was about as old as Margaret, I gave her a present one Christmas, and she gave me one that I still have.
That paperweight on your desk.
Funny how we hang on to things that were important when we were kids.
Dad.
Just a minute, Margaret. Warm up my coffee, will you, dear?
You know what else I'm thankful for? That we stayed here in the same town where we grew up. The same friends, even the same street. It's been a peaceful life. Not very exciting, but that's...
Daddy!
Margaret finds it pretty exciting.
Yes, you better take her out to the lot before she collapses.
All right. Now, where is that screaming woman of yours? Lead me to her.
Over here, where our fort used to be.
Your fort?
The big concrete pipe. It's all covered up now. Right about here, Daddy. Listen.
I don't hear a thing, except the wind. Better button up your sweater, Margaret.
Shh. Listen.
Well, I guess your screaming woman's let you down, sweetheart.
But she was here, Daddy. Right under here, where they've dumped all this dirt. I heard her screaming like she was underneath the ground in the fort. Somebody's dumped tons and tons of dirt right on top of her, on top of our fort.
It's too bad they buried your fort, Margaret. I saw 2 of Mr. Kelly's big trucks backed in here last evening, and there was a dump truck in here this morning.
It isn't because they covered our fort.
Oh, it must be that your screaming woman doesn't like grown-ups. Only delivers her solos for kids, I guess.
Maybe she can't scream anymore.
Well, I'm going back to take a nap. Let my dinner settle.
Aren't you going to help me dig?
Now listen, sweetheart. Don't you think this is sort of a silly game?
But it's not a game.
Don't stay too long, dear. Mama probably would like some help with those dishes.
Daddy! Daddy! I know I heard her scream. I know it. Oh, darn. Darn, darn!
Hello?
You're there? You're still there! Hey, screaming woman!
Hey!
Why didn't you scream before? Why didn't you scream so Daddy could hear you? Don't just scream for me. I can't help you all by myself.
Help me!
After a while, I decided I needed to do something. I ran to the garage behind our house, got shovels, and ran back to the empty lot. The sun was almost down, and it was getting cold. I started to dig fast.
Hi, Maggie.
It was Dippy Smith, who is 10 years old, the same as me. He goes to my school.
What you digging for?
For a screaming woman. She's buried down in the ground. You can help me dig, Dippy. There's an extra shovel.
I don't hear nothing. I don't dig unless I hear a scream.
Then listen.
Hello?
There. Did you hear it?
Hey, that's okay. Do it again.
Do what again?
The scream. Do it again. Go on.
Help me!
Oh, hot dog. Did you get a ventriloquist book or something?
I won't tell you unless you help me dig.
Oh, okay. Swell. Give me the shovel. Hot dog.
And you've got to dig fast. Like this, Dippy.
Down here!
Boy, you think she was right under our feet.
Come on, Dippy. Dig.
Help!
Keep digging. We can't stop now, Dippy.
I'm tired. I think I'll go home.
Dippy. Dippy, stop. You can't. There really is a woman buried here.
Well, that's what you say, Maggie.
Don't you believe me? I wasn't throwing my voice. Come back, Dippy.
Okay, but I'm getting tired of digging.
Now look, Dippy. I'll go way over here and then you listen.
Okay.
Listen.
Hello?
Hey, there really is a woman here.
That's what I told you.
Then come on, let's dig.
Keep digging!
How's she breathing, do you think?
I think she's in the fort.
Sure, that's where she must be. 5 or 6 of us kids could get in it, so it's big enough.
Here. What do you kids think you're doing?
Oh, Mr. Kelly.
Hello, Mr. Kelly.
I'm tired of chasing you kids out of this lot. If one of you gets hurt, maybe your folks will sue
But,
me.
Mr. Kelly, there's a woman screaming.
Help!
You kids beat it, you hear?
Yes, sir.
But listen, Mr. Kelly, don't you hear her?
Help me!
There!
I don't hear a thing, and neither do you. Now beat it before I call the cops.
Keep going!
Come on, Maggie.
Mr. Kelly, somebody's got to dig her up.
Don't argue with me or I'll phone your folks. This is my property. Kids.
Dippy, it's him. He's the one.
Huh?
He murdered Mrs. Kelly. He hit her on the head and stuck her in the fort and dumped loads of dirt on top. But she wasn't dead. She came to. You saw him. He stood right there when she screamed and wouldn't pay any attention.
But he's hard of hearing. Everybody knows that. And besides, my mom saw Mrs. Kelly walking her dog this afternoon. Mr. and Mrs. Kelly live on the same street as my family, you know. And if Mr. Kelly telephones my folks, I'll get in real trouble.
What'll we do about the screaming woman?
Oh, to heck with her. I'm not going near that lot ever again. No, sir.
But we gotta help her.
We're in enough trouble over your darn old ventriloquist voice. I'm going on home.
And he went off and left me alone. It was getting dark, and Dad would be out looking for me soon. But I couldn't worry about that. As I saw it, there was only one last thing to do. Go all over the neighborhood from house to house and find out who was missing. The hours were just rolling along. I rang bells and knocked on doors, but everyone's wife seemed to be safe and sound. I was about to give up when I came to the Nesbitt's house. The house was quiet, like nobody was home, but I saw a dim, spooky light on inside. So I went right up to the front door and knocked. Oh.
What do you want?
Nothing, Mr. Nesbitt. I only went to see Mrs. Nesbitt.
She's not here. She's gone to the store.
At night? Besides, it's closed today. I think.
The drugstore. Down on Clark Street.
Well, then she ought to be back pretty quick. I'll come in and wait.
Hey, wait a minute.
I'll just sit down here and wait. I sure like this rocking chair. Go right ahead and do whatever you were doing, Mr. Nesbit.
I wasn't doing anything.
Oh, it looks like you were packing or something. What with all those boxes and trunks around? Are you going away?
No. Helen's been sorting things out. Getting rid of a lot of stuff.
Burning it up in the fireplace?
Yeah, that's
Dad
right.
always burns our junk out in the alley. Clothes smell awful when they burn.
Oh, look, kid, Helen may have gone on from the store to, visit a friend.
Well, if she doesn't come soon, I'll leave.
Yeah, I'll tell her you were here.
Hey, that's too bad.
What?
That box over there. I guess you lost the key to it because I can see that the lock is broken.
No, it was broken already. Hey, I bet your folks don't know where you are, kid.
They won't be too worried. So, what friend did Miss Nesbit go to visit?
I don't know. I mean, look, kid, I ought to tell you that she won't be back tonight.
Oh.
No, she went to the store, like I said, but she was going from there over to Beechwood to visit her mother on the bus. She'll be gone for 2 or 3 days.
Oh, that's a shame.
Why?
My mother was expecting Miss Nesbit to come over tomorrow to sew.
Oh, you better not tell your mother. You see, it's a kind of a secret about Helen being gone. She doesn't want people to know for a while.
Oh,
You know how to keep a secret, kid.
I guess so.
I'll give you something for not telling. No, I'll give you a little reward. Now, let's see. Hey, here's something for a kid. A doll.
A doll?
Yeah, Helen was going to give it to you. I heard her say that when she was sorting through this stuff. She said, I'll give this to the little Leary girl.
But Mrs. Nesbit always calls me Margaret.
Oh, sure, that's what she said. Margaret. It's quite a doll. It's old-fashioned. It's made of leather, and the face is, china or something. See?
Thank you, Mr. Nesbit.
It's a reward for not saying anything about Helen being gone. Understand? Now, come on. I'll turn on the porch light for you.
Mr. Nesbit? Did you finish your driveway?
What?
Your driveway.
What do you mean?
Did you get all the dirt hauled off to make it smooth?
Sure. Sure, now come on.
Well, I saw your dump truck in the lot this morning.
Were you in the lot this morning?
No, I was at home. I looked out the window and saw it. Please, Mr. Nesbit, let go of my
You've been
arm.
playing out there today. Answer me.
Oh, don't! That hurts! I wasn't playing. It's no fun with the fort all covered
The
up,
fort?
and it's just
What fort? Tell me what you're talking about.
that old concrete pipe.
You know something, don't you? That's why you came here. You've been snooping around that lot, and you found out something. What do you know?
I don't know anything. Let me go! Mr. Nesbit, if you don't let me go, There!
Ow! Oh, come back! Hey, come back, kid. I'll give you something else if you do.
Mr. Nesbit yelled because I kicked him and bit his hand. Then I ran, but I heard him running after me. It was dark and quiet and scary on the street, but it was even scarier out there in the lot. I ran straight across the place where I'd heard the screaming woman. Then, all of a sudden, there was a man in the lot, standing right in front of me.
Margaret?
Oh, Daddy!
Margaret Leary, where have you been? Do you have any idea how worried your mother and I have been?
Daddy, he's after me. Mr. Nesbit, he was...
I've been up and down alleys and cleared down to Clark Street. I was about to call the police.
The screaming woman. It's Miss Nesbit down there. Mr. Nesbit tried to kill her, and now he wants to kill me.
I've heard all the idiotic talk I can stand for one night.
It's true. You got to believe me.
I've had enough of your... Hey, what have you got there? Where did you get that doll?
I gave it to her, Leary.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, the kid stopped by the house, and I remember that Helen said she wanted to throw it away.
Helen said to throw it away?
He's lying, Dad. He gave it to me so I wouldn't tell about Miss Nesbit. It was locked up in a box. And he didn't have the key, and he broke it open.
That's one high-strung kid you got there, Leary.
He's lying, Dad.
Yes, Margaret. He is lying. Why are you lying, Charlie?
Lying? Where do you get off saying that I'm lying?
Helen never let you have that doll. It was locked up. It was a present I gave her a long time ago. She wouldn't have thrown it away any more than I'd throw away the paperweight she gave me. So, why are you lying, Charlie?
Don't look at me that way, Larry. This guy is my witness.
Charlie!
It's her. Dad, it's the screaming woman.
As God is your witness.
No. Larry, don't. No!
Help me!
Margaret, run to the house. Phone the police and tell them to hurry. Tell them we've got to dig.
Hello?
Hi, Dippy. Everything's fine. Everything's worked out keen. The screaming woman isn't screaming anymore. And they got a lot of people down there digging her up.
Hey, that's swell.
You know what else, Dippy? They're going to uncover our fort again. Oh, Dippy, wasn't this a keen Thanksgiving?
Join us next week for Clyde Rains and Vincent Price in the famous mystery story, The Hands of Mr. Automole, another gripping study in suspense. Tonight's Suspense play was by Ray Bradbury and adapted for radio by Sylvia Richards. In the coming weeks, Suspense will present such stars as Rosalind Russell, James Cagney, Ronald Coleman, William Bendix, and many others. Make it a point to listen each Thursday to Suspense, radio's outstanding theater of thrills.